Hello, and thank you for listening to The Bo's Nose, a podcast about QI Roberts Junior Senior High School in Putnam County, Florida. I'm your host, Mr. Bose, and today we'll be talking with guests from our Media Studies class. Welcome, and thank you for joining me today. Please introduce yourself to our listeners.
My name is Aaliyah.
And my name is Jimena.
Thanks for joining me. So, podcast starts off with the same questions. First one is, favorite subject or topic in school and why?
My favorite subject right now would probably, honestly, I think it'd probably still be travel and tourism. I really like the classes. I like planning a trip, even though it's hard sometimes and it's annoying. It's still fun.
My favorite subject is history, even though I'm not taking a history class this year. I think it's really interesting.
Very good. So what's your favorite QI story or tradition?
My favorite tradition would still be the Powder Puff game. Even though this year, I don't care. The teachers cheated. We still won.
Yes, that's very true. My favorite is the pep rallies. They're really entertaining and fun to attend.
Awesome. We do have our next pep rally coming up here soon. So next question is, if you could have coffee with anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I'll have coffee. I think last time I said Doja Cat. This time I'm gonna say SZA. Yeah, I'm feeling her music today.
I would have coffee with my younger sister Diana, just because I get along with her and she's kind of funny, I guess.
Great answers. And last but not least of our introductory questions, quality, integrity, respect. Which one and why?
Probably respect, because if you give somebody respect, you earn it yourself and you can get respect.
I would say integrity, because I really value being trustworthy, yes, and truthful.
Those are some great answers. So let's get into talking about media studies as a class. Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about the class?
Okay, so media studies is, well, right now, we pretty much make videos. We've made music videos. We've made videos to a poem. Right now we're working on soundtracks. Mm-hmm. And every week you make a blog post pretty much saying what you've done in the class. It's a really easy class.
Yeah, so we just learn about different medias. We usually focus on like movies and the types of scenes and just all kinds of things that go into making a movie.
Very cool. Now, is it an AICE class or is it just an elective?
It's an AICE class. You can actually choose it to be an elective, so it's worth an AICE.
That's great. And so just kind of to clarify for our listeners, think of how an English class is, and you ladies can correct me if I'm off base here, but think of how literature class is to books, media studies is to media. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is true.
Awesome. So why did the two of you choose to take the class?
I took the class I thought it would be challenging and fun at the same time. I don't really know that much about film or anything, but I thought it would be an interesting class, and it is. I really like it.
Well, I wasn't really wanting to be in it at first, but I got put into it, and I think it's actually pretty interesting, and I decided to stay because my friend is in there.
Good enough reason. Why should students want to take the class?
It's just really fun to have, to make music videos and all these type of videos. I don't know. I think it's just really fun.
Yeah, I think it's a real fun experience, and I think everybody should at least try it out, or at least go see what it's about.
Alrighty, and so you kind of talked a little bit about it, but maybe you can elaborate a little bit more. What's your favorite part of the class, and why is it your favorite part?
Oh, I know. My favorite part is watching my classmates' videos, because you get to see like the same assignment but done differently. I don't know. It's really interesting to see everybody's videos.
Yeah, I really like making the videos. It's fun to get all of your ideas. It's fun to see the results, like to see, like, once you do all of this work and once you make all these videos, I can put it together and make it into sometimes a beautiful product.
Those are awesome. So are the videos anywhere that people can watch, or is it just for the class
honestly,
right now?
some of our videos are on YouTube, but right now most of the videos are in just the class.
Sounds like the class needs to have a movie night and do a film screening, like a Sundance Film Festival, but a Cirquintus Film Festival. Do you have a most memorable moment or favorite story from the class so far? I know we're a little early in the year, but
my favorite moment so far is when we went on our trip up. I don't even know what you would call it. Up to the forest, I'm gonna call it. Up to the forest. We were just walking around, and it was right between Halloween, and I ended up getting me a cactus. It was real cute.
I do agree with Aaliyah. That was really fun. We just went on a random adventure to go find what we could film. It was pretty cool.
So if a student wants to know more about the class, how can they find out more? Who can they go talk to?
You can come talk to any of the students that are in media studies, or you can go talk to Mr. Bergen. He's really nice.
Also, when you're choosing your elective, on elective forms, that's an option on there.
That's great. So you mentioned it is an AICE class. So, for some AICE classes, there's an exam. So does this class have a written exam, or is it similar to a global class where it's a paper or project you have to submit?
You have a paper that you have to do, and you also have to submit a project. So the blog post that we were talking about, you're going to submit that to Cambridge. You're also going to look at a video and then analyze it. And then also I'm pretty sure you have to actually write a paper or turn in a project at the end.
So almost like
almost like
travel,
global perspectives.
Like a global, a mix between a global
travel
and travel.
Tourism and global, yep.
Very cool. So anything else you want to share with our listeners about the class?
No.
All right. I'm going to be on the lookout for that film night, that film festival, because I think it needs to happen. But before I let you go, last question is, do you have any, as media studies students, I expect some good ones, do you have any media recommendations for our listeners? Books, podcasts, YouTube channels, anything like that?
Well, if you haven't watched it already, I recommend watching Forrest Gump. In the class was my first time ever watching it, and I kind of liked it. Even though I don't like Jenny, I still like the movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's also something we didn't point out, that we do watch the movie sometimes. But I do recommend watching the new Black Panther movie. That was pretty good.
Very good. So thank you to our guests for being here. Listeners, if you like the podcast, please be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you can catch future episodes, and be sure to give QI Student Government a follow on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on future episodes and happening around QI. If you feel we've earned it, please rate and review us on your podcast player of choice and share with a friend. Thank you, Knights, and excellence in all endeavors.